UK Sailmakers presents the LifeSling, the safest MOB recovery tool. After multiple, well-reported incidents of failed man-overboard recovery attempts, the thought leaders within the world of safety at sea are evolving their thinking regarding the best way to recover someone in the water. The traditional side pickup method, long the primary technique taught, is being replaced by recoveries using the LifeSling. Your chances of a successful recovery increase when the person is rescued on the first attempt. Therefore, it's recommended that you turn on your engine immediately. This will give you more control and maneuverability while circling back and approaching the MOB. Now here's some background. The loss of a sailor off of a TP-52, just after the start of the 2018 Chicago MAC, showed how dangerous attempting a side pickup can be in a choppy sea. After making 3 attempts, one which actually hit the MOB, the sailor was lost. A subsequent incident in Santa Cruz, California showed that reaching over the rail for a side pickup can fail because hand-to-hand grabs just aren't reliable. The crew actually made contact with the MOB, but grips slipped and the sailor was lost. In both incidents, there were 2 major lessons learned. First, use the engine to get back to the person faster. And second, use the LifeSling so that you're physically connected to the MOB and you can retrieve them on the first pass. The LifeSling can be used in 2 ways. The traditional method is to drop it over the stern and let the 150 feet of polypropylene line pay out. Then you steer around the MOB and bring the tow line and the horseshoe to him or her. This is similar to bringing a tow rope to a water skier. Instead of needing a pinpoint accurate approach, the LifeSling gives you a larger window of opportunity to recover an MOB. With a long, floating line, you just have to get in the vicinity of the person in the water. They can let the line run through their hands until the collar gets to them. Once the sailor in the water puts the horseshoe over his or her shoulders, they're attached to the boat. Then you can stop the boat, pull them in, attach a halyard, and winch them back aboard safely. There's a faster, second way to recover someone using a LifeSling. This is new thinking. Make a tight circle to the MOB, and then toss the LifeSling to him or her as if it were a throw bag. This saves time of circling with a long line around the MOB. Tossing the LifeSling allows you to keep the boat 10 to 15 feet away from the person, which means you can use your engine without risk of hitting them or hurting them with a spinning propeller. Here's a way to customize your LifeSling and make it more effective. Tie a bowline in the tow line about 10 to 15 feet up from the horseshoe. This lets you attach the halyard before the person is alongside the boat. The more time they're in the water next to the boat, the greater their chances of getting hurt. Tying a loop in the tow line also keeps you from having to lean over the lifelines to attach the halyard. Leaning over yourself makes you vulnerable to falling off the boat. Here's a quick word on rigging the LifeSling and repacking it. The LifeSling comes in a rectangular bag that attaches to the stern pulpit with Velcro straps. The straps just hold the bag, not the person in the water. Be sure to tie the dead end of the LifeSling line to the base of one of the pulpit struts with a bowline. The last 6 feet of the line is covered with a webbing to protect the polypropylene line from the UV rays of the sun. Only the covered part of the line should be outside the bag. We spend time practicing tacks and jibes before racing with new crew members, and it makes just as much sense to practice LifeSling recoveries more than once a year. On a warm summer's day, have someone jump in and try the 2 different LifeSling recovery techniques. You'll be surprised how much you learn by doing this. And repacking the line takes just a few minutes. It's not hard. Notice there's a tall pocket in the middle of the bag. This is where you stack the line. Don't coil it, but rather just start at one end and just push the line down on top of itself. The legs of the horseshoe go on either side of the line pocket. Remember, it's important to practice on your own boat since all boats turn, slow down, and accelerate differently. And remember, the life you save may be your own. UK Sailmakers. Sail with confidence.